Guys, is President Ramaphosa being bullied by the DA, which is being presented by Ellen Zille and John Stenizen? That is the question which we are going to discuss with you in this video. Because when we look at the current situations, or should I say the current temperature in the government of national unity, well, we can all agree with one thing, which is that President Ramaphosa is not able to exercise his power as the president of the country. Why? Because there's a group of people who seem to be standing on his way and they're trying to challenge each and every decision which President Ramaphosa has been taking so far. And here we're talking about the DA. Why is the DA trying to challenge each and every decision that President Ramaphosa is making in this government of national unity? Why is the DA trying to always giving alternative to President Ramaphosa, even when it is not necessary to do so?
We have given the president 48 hours to act similarly against the other members of his party who are guilty or facing serious charges or who are mentioned in the Zondo Commission report to ensure that they are held accountable. If the president is wanting to clean up his cabinet, then we would like to suggest that he starts by sweeping outside his own front door before sweeping outside the DA's front door. We're giving the president 48 hours to show us clearly that he is a man of his word.
Well, in order for you to understand what I mean by all this, have listened to what President of the EFF, Julius Malema, had said back then concerning this government of national unity and the relationship which the ANC they had built with the DA, and what are the plan of the DA.
You don't just speak like you have power from devil to fire, whatever. They are going to pass a motion of no confidence there in Parliament. What is God going to do? He's going to go to fire. That fire will not be fire because you now want it to support you in defense of the president. It will be water now. It will be what? Drinkable water. He must not just speak. He doesn't have numbers. There's going to be a motion of no confidence in Parliament against the president. And I can tell you, they are going to come to us running the same way they came to us running on the budget process. They always shout and scream and insult us, say all manner of things. And when it is difficult, they run to us. Just now, in Ikuruleni, there was a motion of no confidence against the mayor. EFF must come now. But when things are nice, now we must look at how we remove the EFF and. So, and I want to warn you that this country will have a white president. This country will stay in Ezen as a president if the ANC is going to behave the way it's behaving. Because the motion of no confidence will come, will vote with the DA, mobilize all those who can mobilize, we vote together with the DA against the president. And then when it is time to elect a president, we abstain. And the ANC loses. We abstain. And this we told them in 2016, they never believed it. It's going to happen in South Africa now, you'll see. With this kind of attitude by the ANC, the arrogance of the ANC, even when it is being humbled, is still acting in an arrogant manner. We told them in 2016, you are going to lose metros. They thought we were playing. We went into those things. The DA nominated their people. We abstained. They finished them. When they were voting with us, the ANC, they win. But when they don't vote with us, they lose. That's where the road started. That's where the decline started. That's why the decline started. The decline started in 2016 when they lost the metros. And then the whites took the metros because of this reactionary attitudes of devil and fire. So it's going to happen. If they're not going to change their attitude, be rest assured, we're going to fold our arms where they will be needing us and they will lose. I can tell you this without any fear of contradiction. all political parties in South Africa, except the EFF, are white controlled. The same goes to MK, by the way. Yeah, they're white controlled. So, once a motion is put and the Israelis call PA, let's go this way. They call ACDP this way. They call DA this way. Holomesa this way. Bosa, Musima Imani this way. I mean, the biggest funder of Musima Imani is that woman who used to own Hilton Hotel here in Santana. I forgot the name. So, all of them, they can just be told, we are all moving this way. And you can see those Mapantiti, they don't have any principle. And they don't pretend. They tell you, now we go where we're eating. If there is no eating, we are not going. So if we realize this thing, if they realize this thing is collapsing, they are going to move to the site where there is eating. So they don't even they are not pretentious about it. So the GNU has completely failed. The GNU effectively has collapsed. To just be told that, no, we're still together, GNU is still there. If you are there, why can't you pass the budget? So the inability to pass the budget, it's a confirmation that the GNU has collapsed. They are still managing each other. But there will come a point where one of them will have to take a decision.
Come to think of it, the DA, they are in the right position to make things tough for the government of the ANC, including even President Ramaphosa. The DA, they are in the position of trying to remove President Ramaphosa in power by raising up a motion of no confidence in him. I believe you might ask a question, but how possible is that? Well, because this is something which the DA, they have worked so hard in the past elections in order for them to be where they are. They make sure that they fight the MK party of Jacob Zuma, the EFF of Julius Malema, and they try to bring any kind of division among these South African politics so that they will be the only options which the ANC will accept to work with. And once they succeed to do so, they'll be able to use their majority in the parliament. I'm not talking like majority, like in terms of majority in the parliament, but their deputies who are over there in the parliament, they can raise up emotions which can complicate things for President Ramaphosa. Because when you listen to Julius Malema himself, he kind of like saying that because of the arrogancy of the ANC, if DA have to come and visit them or sit with them and say that, no, look, we are going to raise up a motion of no confidence in Ramaphosa to move him in power, the EFF, they are going to stay away from this vote of no confidence in President Ramaphosa. And once they do that, obviously, the ANC, which is supposed to be voting maybe with the EFF, just because they don't have the EFF members supposed to vote on their side, this will make up things become even more tough. So the DA, they work for this position. If you remember in some of our videos, we spoke about this before by telling you that the DA, they knew what they were doing. From the moment when John Stenizen came and declared open war with the EFF by saying that...
And today, I publicly declare Julius Malema's EFF to be political enemy number one of the Democratic Alliance. And I commit the DA to fight back against the EFF at every turn, with the ultimate aim of defeating the Doomsday Coalition that could seal South Africa's fate next year. This is no longer about politics, Democrats. It's about the survival of democracy and the survival of South Africa. Make no mistake, the EFF is its enemy.
We will do everything in our power to not see the EFF MK party working together, because these people, the doomsdays of South Africa. Recently, you saw him even repeat the same words in front of Donald Trump by telling him that is the reason why we joined our power together, the DA and the ANC, in order for them to fight the friendship of the MK party and the EFF because of the kind of the fear which they have for these black South African political parties.
The two individuals that are in that video that you've seen are both leaders of opposition minority parties in South Africa. Umkhonto we Sizwe under Mr. Zuma and the economic freedom fighters under Mr. Malema. Now, the reason that my party, the Democratic Alliance, which has been an opposition party for over 30 years, chose to join hands with Mr. Ramaphosa's party was precisely to keep those people out of power. We cannot have those people sitting in the union buildings making decisions. And that is why after 30 years of us exchanging barbs across the floor in Parliament and trying to get one over on each other, we've decided to join hands precisely to keep that lot out of government. Because the day they get in to the doors of the union buildings in South Africa or control of our parliament, that's what you're going to see. And that's why this government, working together, needs the support of our allies around the world so that we can strengthen our hand, grow our economy, and shut the door forever on that rabble getting through the doors of the union bodies.
Now, this is something which maybe the ANC will have seen a long time ago, but they follow into that trap. They neglect their own fellow black South Africans, political parties such as the MK party and the EFF, and they make this friendship with their former oppressors and they become good buddies. But we all knew that days like this will come from the moment when the ANC accepted to sit down with the DA. Now look at how things are sitting today on the table. President Ramaphosa is not even free to take certain decision as the head of the state, because each and every time he take a decision, he will have to be stopped somewhere. Either you say something now and the next thing someone will come and interrupt him. Either he took a decision and which will have to be contradicted by other people. And you ask yourself, when this is happening, where is the leadership of President Ramaphosa going to stay? So, as I asked earlier on, why is the DA doing all this? Well, they are doing all this because they know that they can change things around for President Ramaphosa by raising up this motion of no confidence in President Ramaphosa. And now that President Ramaphosa already, or should I say the ANC already lost that good relationship that they're supposed to be having with other political parties such as the EFF or the MK party, it's going to be very hard for this political party to go and side up either with the DA or with the ANC. And the ANC, the DA, they are already having a lot of members, or should I say other political parties in the parliament, which they can corrupt more easily, which they can convince them more easily to vote with them against the ANC. And once they do that, definitely the ANC, they won't be able to survive the motion of no confidence in President Ramaphosa. Because in order for the ANC to pass this motion of no confidence in their president, it will need other political parties such as the EFF or the MK party to come and vote on their side. But now already you are seeing Julius Malema, who is coming and saying that no, in such kind of condition or situation, we rather stay away from everything and leave these people to deal with their matters. And we all know who's going to come out as the winner from all this. And that put President Ramaphosa in a very hard position, because now we have to comply or obey to certain things which these people will come and impose him. He removed a deputy president of trade and industrial and what. The next things here comes John Steenhuisen threatening him and telling him stories, giving him 48 hours to do this and that. That is how the government of coalition always work. Not only in South Africa, everywhere. I can mention a couple of countries: Ivory Coast, Democratic Republic of Congo, Togo, which also had the government of coalition. It always finished this way, unless if it is a government of coalition that unite people who have the same visions, people who can speak the same language. But once you are having different opinions, it always end up like this. So right now, obviously, the DA, they are planning something against President Ramaphosa. They are bullying him to obey to what they are telling him. In case if he failed to do so, they will use their members in the parliament to raise up motions which can kick the president out from the office. Now, what can President Ramaphosa do on his side? Well, it's very simple. I believe, I'm not too much familiar with the constitution, but I believe within the constitutions, he still also have the right to dissolve the whole parliament, the whole things, to make it collapse and reorganize another elections, whereby he can be able to get the majority in parliament, because without the majority in the parliament, you will just be like a puppet president. You won't do much. You'll be limited on certain things. There are certain decisions that you'll take which will be contradicted by other people, and they won't even give you a proper explanation. President Ramaphosa removing this deputy president of the trade industrials, he did not do anything wrong. It is his right within the constitution of South Africa. He can remove or nominate whoever he feels at any time. But why is it a problem for the DA? Why is the DA getting so angry and start acting up bad things toward President Ramaphosa? Well, because we all know that this deputy president, minister, he went to the USA, was not approved. He was not accredited for him to be there, but he went on his own. And you're not going to tell me that the DA did not know about it. No, they knew about it. So they disobey the president. They went on their own and they do things on their own. That's not the only things. I can remind you guys, still remember in April when the foreign minister of Ukraine came in South Africa without the government of South Africa knowing what was happening, because the so-called minister of DA, minister of Home Affairs, had to give the visas and all the diplomat visas to this Ukrainian minister to come in South Africa without the knowledge of President Ramaphosa. This again, you can just tell at what point this coalition is at stake and anything can happen at it. So President Ramaphosa is being bullied, but there's still a possible way for him to stop all this by making everything collapse and organize a free and fair elections, which can give maybe the ANC a proper result. But that also is a last option to take, because them doing that is still going to cost the ANC a lot of billions of money. And with the current situations, we don't have any guarantee showing that even if they have to organize the elections today, the ANC is still going to be able to have the majority in the parliament with all these things that has been happening. And now that we are having many new political parties that are coming out like mushrooms, there's not any guarantees. So this is also a good option for many opposition political parties such as the MK or Maibuye, which is up to come, the EFF and many more. They want to have the election as soon as possible, because remember, the purpose of each and every political party is to rule, and being sitting the bench of opposition political party is not something which usually sit okay with them. So this, I think, is going to be something which will be more welcome by other political parties or any other people who have the ambitions of becoming politicians or going to the parliament. They'll welcome these ideas. But I don't think it's going to be a good idea for President Ramaphosa and the ANC, because they'll be feeling like there are 5 years which people of South Africa had confided in President Ramaphosa is being thrown away. Now they have to start again from zero. And with all that, I don't think it's going to do good at all. So we shall wait and see what will happen, and we shall wait and see for how long the DA will continue to bully President Ramaphosa, and we shall see for how long President Ramaphosa will resist all this kind of bullying that they've been manifesting to him. Guys, I believe that to be all. Thank you so much for your time. We really do appreciate it, because we're just looking forward to give also our opinions about this drama that we're getting to see in the government of national unity in South Africa. So now that we have spent this time with you, we really do appreciate you for that. Don't leave without you liking this video. Give us your thumbs up. We'll really do appreciate that. I believe that to be all. But for now, continue to be yourself, be good, be kind, have respect for everyone in order for you to be respected. May God bless you all. I'll see you again very soon in our next video. Ciao, ciao.